Hello everybody from Plant Reviews. Today is the 10th of June and I'm talking now about Allium giganteum, or giganteum, the giant onion, or giant ornamental onion as you prefer to call it. It is a plant that is native to Central Asia and is cultivated in many countries as a garden plant. It is the tallest of the alliums, of the allium species. There are some varieties such as the summer drummer that is actually taller than the giganteum. However, as a species, this one actually is the tallest among the ones common in cultivation and can grow up to 1.5 centimeters tall, so about 7 foot tall. These ones, I cultivated them in a pot that, even if it's quite big and deep, obviously doesn't allow the bulbs probably to grow as much as they could do in the wild, in the ground and in the wild as well. So they are just about a meter, about a meter tall. The name giganteum means giant, and the fact that it's giant refers to the height of this plant, not very much to the size of the flower heads. These are quite rounded, but definitely there are alliums that are a lot bigger, with a lot bigger inflorescences than the giganteum. However, even if it's not the biggest, the flower heads still can reach about 12 to 15 centimeters across, so they are definitely not small, and also they are loved by pollinators, like many alliums. So really they are useful plants for the garden as well for the environment, especially bees and bumblebees love to visit these flowers. The leaves, as you can see, are strap shaped and they start to wither when the plant is blooming. So definitely, like most alliums, and considering the size of this plant, it does a lot. It does very well in the back border, in a garden or in a pot, but in the back border is better because you can plant it alongside other perennials that in this period will start covering the withering leaves of the alliums. However, will leave the beautiful flowers standing tall above the foliage. The leaves, as you can see, they are green, strap shaped, and in early to midsummer, late spring or early or midsummer, depending obviously on the climate where you cultivate this plant, the flower blooms. The flower heads, as I said, can be about 12 centimeters, are usually between 12 and 15 centimeters across, and there are hundreds of florets of small flowers in this very round flower head, and the color is, I would say, light purple. It's not a very intense purple. The center of the flower is green, and it is where the seeds will develop. It is a plant that got the Royal Society Award of Garden Merit, and you can see from here how basically the Allium giganteum looks from distance. You can see in the pot and the withering leaves, but also these beautiful flowers standing tall. And it is like all alliums are basically showstoppers in the garden, really. Seeing these huge purple flower head on the top of these tall stems is quite a sight. Allium giganteum comes from bulbs like all alliums, and need to be planted in autumn, about 15-20 centimeters deep, and they will start to grow leaves between late autumn and winter. The bulbs I bought of this species, I bought them in the garden center. However, alliums, this species is not particularly common, in comparison to other hybrids, to Allium hybrids, Allium varieties. However, you can find it in addition to garden centers also online. The bulbs need to be planted, as I said, in autumn, and I believe, yeah, all alliums come from bulbs, at least all the alliums that are commonly cultivated in gardens. The bulbs need to be planted, as I said, about 15 or 20 centimeters deep in well-drained soil, and ideally in full sun. Alliums really love full sun. They will start growing leaves between late autumn and winter. When the leaves will start wither, the plant, as I said, is in full bloom, and after a few weeks the leaves will basically die down. However, the flowers will keep their shape, the flower heads, because even if the flowers fade, the seeds will continue to be on the flower stems for a while, keeping basically the round shape of the inflorescence. So in addition, they are to be used as cut flowers when they are fresh. The alliums also can be used in dry flowers arrangement with dry flower heads that basically keep the seeds on the top of the flower stems, on the basically of the stems of the florets, as you can see. I'm just trying to focus better. You see each flower has a small stem, and basically the seeds developing will be on these little stems for a lot more weeks, keeping the shape of the flower head the same. So they're very useful for dry flower arrangements as well. In addition to be beautiful in the garden, are obviously, as I said, very nice as cut flowers. In the garden, this plant looks great between the back borders, obviously for its height, and however you can cultivate it in pots and basically put it in an area of the garden that is a little bit hidden or isolated from the rest of the garden. So when the leaves die down and the flowers are faded, also you can obviously divide the bulbs in late summer, early autumn, and then you can relocate the bulbs or giving to some friends or sell them if you like. About the hardiness of this plant is very easy to cultivate in many temperate and cold countries. Indeed, it is hardy between USDA zones 5 to 9. Therefore can be cultivated in the United Kingdom, basically all across the United Kingdom. As usual, I hope that you enjoy the video, and if you like this video, would be great if you can please give a thumbs up, and if you like this video and the other videos on my channel, would be great if you can please subscribe. It is completely free for you, but in this way YouTube get a knowledge that you like my videos, and in turn promote my channel on the YouTube platform. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Bye.